Hey, it's Catherine. Yes, it's too warm to sleep here in Denmark. So I promised something. And hello, Amber. Hello. Now I was just waiting for me. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, yes, it is very warm. I can assure you. I don't know. We have never had so hot weather. I mean, this is incredible. But I did have a promise. Hi, Elizabeth Brewer, my darling friend. I loved you. Transformance of your ah your mailboxes. These and you made this little paper rack. I'm going to show you. I promised you to show you how I make this. As you can see, oh, I need my crown. How about it? Whoa! And I like your Kentucky Fried one, Elizabeth. Love it. Have a look. And this is real looking fake squeezy textured black leather look-alike, and this is made out of paper. Oh, it's just the beginning. I am so looking forward, and as you can see, I start with a base, and here is the black. I don't know if you can see it like this, and as you can see, if you hold it like this, you have what it looked like, real fake black leather, right? So, and I have actually just made this one gray because that's also made of paper. And the reason I have left this is because these are a part of it, so you can see what you're using to make this. I transform paper napkin into real flexible black leather. So yes, again, what you need da, 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 is piece of heavy paper, not smooth. This is, now I'm placing this here, and I have something to say to my wonderful Amber. I called the mailbox or the mail office And it seems that they have sort of, I don't know, had employees. Hello, Tracy. Hello. And you, Tracy, listen to me. I called the post, and it seems that they have what you call employee switching. They have to release because of tight finances, so they have get rid of a lot of workers, and that means the office are being restructured. So your packet and Tracy's packet can have been delayed because of lack of employees. But they promised to call me tomorrow, and there are the packets are in the customer. No, not the custom. What do you call it at the border? You know, it's waiting for the customers to release them, and it's in the customs. Yes, you know. Yeah. So customs, yes, and there are too few people, so that's why it has been delayed. But the promise that if they're lucky and can get back to normal, it will be Monday, Tuesday, and they are ready to put them on a plane, because then what is going to happen is to be registered as an outgoing packet. But I don't understand, because long time ago, at the same time I sent for Judith, I also sent for Marina, but I don't know if Marina has got hers in Canada yet. But be patient. They promised it soon be on your way, hopefully. I look forward to see you when you open these. And another thing, I'm not good of I just remembered when I was making this little one for Sue and Michelle, I have forgot to put a card into it. So yes, I mean, I was furious, and I was not the only one that called, because they have made one of these electronic messenger. If you bag to find this stuff, but I forgot to put a card into them. But so you frequently forgot to put. Okay. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Tracy, have a look at this. This is what I'm going to show you. This is this black leather here. As you can see, that look like real deal, almost. And as you, this is how I make it. Yes, me too. But that's exactly what happened just now. I had just closed a packet, and I forgot simply to. So I have just read little happy mail with love outside the package, all of them. So, and as you can see here, this is how it's going to look like. And it is, I have just made it gray here because I was thinking about it's the front here. So, and it is made out of a little heavy book page. No sort of little here. What I have made too is I had these old napkins here. As you can see, you can also make it in like a light gray, nice one color, like this. And you can actually put it as a front cover for a big journal. And I think I am going to use another one I have made here. As you can see, it is just an back side of a, but here also made like this. Oh, do you, Amber? I think is some old ones. I believe I have put one in Tracy's and one in yours napkin. I think you have the one and liking sheet. This is how you do it, and when you trim it, you have like this fake leather substance. This just needs to be varnished. Okay, let's see if we can get you down here. It succeeded. Yes, last time. Can you see it now? Yes. Because what I'm doing is I listen. This year, Brenda did my fabric. Wow! Did she show it in my video? I need to see it. I mean, I have been busy most of the day here today. Oh, I'm looking forward. I am going to see. Oh, you know what? That make me happy. I am so happy. I am really happy when you, when you get inspired. Hello, Yvonne. Welcome. So, this is, wow. I'm happy. So, afterwards, I am going to use denim. Yes, I told you you can use. What I used was almost like a denim fabric. Yeah, I love that. I'm so happy. Whoa. Yes, thumbs up, Brenda. Voila. That's good. This time, to make this faux leather, we are not using paint. We are using, for the back side, we use in this case, I have some herbal, I think, or yes, because we are going to make it black anyhow. We'll start with the front here. What I'm doing is I have already prepared. What you need is the dump part or the white stuff from the napkins. Yes, hey Tracy, I did. You can't stay as I need to go to sleep, but I saw you and I had to say hello, and it was so lovely to see you. Tracy, love you. Love you, sweetheart. Thank you for dropping by. So I look so forward, and I hope you sweet dreams. Oh, so it is late now, Tracy. So sleep well, sweetheart. Oh, well, it was very nice of Tracy to say hey, because in Britain it's very late now. Hello, Jane. So I need to put you down again here. So do we see here? Now you can see, right? What I'm doing is I'm covered up. You can use any other color, but this is going to be the back side. And seal the paper. And as the paint is still wet, like this, you are simply taking these two sheets from an old napkin where you had taken the front like this. Hey, Tris. And Jane. So what you're doing is put some doubled napkin, white napkin on here, because then you can smooth it out like this. What you are needing is a Mod Podge. But this is not ordinary mud pot. This is made, and it is important, of wood and laminate, wood glue. So, and you have to forgive me. And this is 2-part wood glue, 1 part of water to give it this rubbery surface. Then you simply smear it down like this. And you have to remember you are going to let it go double layer. And it is important and that the paint is still a little wet. Sorry. And you smooth it down like this. And again, remember the edges here. Hey, Tris. So what we are going to do is simply glue it very well. And for the structure of the black leather stuff is that to make it look old and wrinkly back and make these wrinkles and when it lie down you are pressing out the air. Be very you have to consider it's napkin and it doesn't dissolve, so you get it ripped here. It's so good to see you. What we're doing is you really give it a very good coat of this wood glue and water, and it has to be a strong wood glue to make it rubbery and to give it the right structure. And as you can see, when you have given it a very firm coat and you have pressed it down like this, and you know the napkins is firm, you dry it up a little bit. Hello, Sue. Hi, Susan Hill. As you can see, hopefully, it is important to get this. I'm showing you again here to make this. So it really looked like leather, black antique leather. Is that the napkins is, and I didn't. Is that the napkins are crinkling? As you can see, because that's the napkins giving the tissue from the napkin is giving this fake structure to the skin like this. So what we are going to do, we need 2 more layers, and we simply take them like this and place them on top of here. What you are doing now is you are taking, I have already mixed it. This is ordinary, this is mud podge, as we call it, made of wood glue, two-part wood glue, 1 part water, and then you have added, where do I have it? This black ordinary acrylic paint, and I have added a little blue and a little yellow into the black here, so you get this like dusty black crack into it. And what you are doing is you mix it so you have this, and you feel where the line is, and you simply paint, and on top of the napkins, and remember to feel where the edges is like this. The glue in the paint make it fixing the napkins. And always try to start with the edges. Oh, you're going to try? And what you're doing is you are this one, yes it is. And you know what? It just said bling. So have a look. Hot coffee. I just got my coffee heaters. Wow, Elizabeth. See, now you should not lose it. That sounds great. And Elizabeth, you know, put it up in little containers and add some color to it. So you can make a unicorn color. You can mix it up with your acrylic paint. So, and do you remember this is Mod Podge? This is 2-part glue, 1 part water, and some of the acrylic paint, 1 part. And it gives a little bit, I mixed the color into the black to break it a little bit. And when you're doing it, make sure you use a flat white brush like this, a soft brush, and you simply brush the air bubbles out, but it is allowed to crinkle a little bit. And you can, of course, make any size. I just think it's easier to make this size. But you can make it smaller, bigger, how you want it. You never, no, it's ordinary. Yes, it's like this ordinary varnish I used for the other leather. For the black here, what we are making now, this is not, we are not going to use clear varnish, but we are using some varnish. As I told you, this time we need wood glue and a little paint. Yes, it's like real fake leather we are making. So we are making it out of old paint, but this is with glue and a piece of paper and napkins. But we have also here, I'm going to show you. But what I have done here, we need varnish, but not clear varnish. So what I have done is I have taken some of the varnish and mixed it with black paint. I just need to kill some bubbles here and press them out like this. And then you take your tip and simply smooth it out like this. And as you can see, we now have the blackness of the fake black leather like this. Yes, you did. You spotted wood glue. And this is the ordinary paint we used for the other fake leather. What I have done here, I'm going to show you. Can you see? It now has this crackles and look like leather structure to it. As you can see here, it looks like black. And so what we are going to do, we are drying it a little bit off. Hello, Clara. And keep your brush to make sure if you see some pockets, you wipe them down. And because it's paper, you just give it a little float. Hey, hello, cuties. And as you can see, guys, we can we can use a lot of I mean ordinary stuff like old paint, varnish, and make some beautiful things. As you can see, I just used an old book page and I have given them first dryer. What I have done now is I have taken two parts of this varnish here. 20 is the shine of them, so it's a matte varnish. Then I have added one part of black acrylic paint. So this is acrylic paint, 2 parts varnish, 1 part black acrylic paint. And you simply like coat it very firmly and seal it. And press it very good. And make sure you cover everything up. Yes. Yes, it is just yeah, from an old book like this. It's just simply, it's a little heavy, from a book page here. You can see it. Just a plain old book page in a little hard paper. So it's simply just an old book page. Uh, Not that heavy, but like a lightweight um carton, like if you imagine 2 sheets of copy paper. So it depends of the strength of it. Okay, Susan Hill, have joy with your son. See you later. Thanks for dropping by. Now I'm sitting down here. Whoa. You know what? I can say. when you can touch it like this. You press it down while you're drying, and then you simply give it. What I'm going to do now is the reason I left the other one is for you to see, but I am trimming the edges like this. See, what we are going to do is give it a second. Hello, handmade by Diana. What we need is it needs a second layer. One more time of the varnish and black paint. And simply give it very good stroke with the tip so you go down. You can also, of course, make it brown if you better like that. And when it's soft like this, you can actually, make. Hello, Angela. Good to see you. It is night, Deborah. Deborah. So, and as you can see, I just mix it in. Oh, recycled plastic containers, because as you can see, there have been something salad in this one, mayonnaise, like this, and I don't like this. And now we need to rubber it. And try it a little bit on the back too, because you have to remember the moist from the paint and the glue. So, are you ready to see? Yes, here it is. This is the front of the fake black leather, as you can see. You can bend it, and as you can see, it has a very... Thank you, Elizabeth. And you can choose to make it black on both sides, but what I am going to do is to seal it by using this ordinary paint, you know, and 2 more napkins. So, and that is what, because when you use it, you can, of course, make it like look alike on both sides. Like I have made with this one, like a fake backside, you know, not as shiny, but then a shiny front. And this is also made out of the old book page like this with napkins. And the shine is that it has just got some varnish, clear varnish. As you can see here, this is how it, with layers. And now I'm going to do the back. I start with one coat of paint, 2 sheets. I mean, you just take, these two that you remove from a napkin. So you have two you don't use. So this is going to be and as you can see, you have the same here. So, yes. And as you can see, I have also made it like light gray, but the same leather look. And here's the Viking. It's a napkin. But I like the black one, yes, and you can make it brown. Yes. And you can simply do like this and whatever you want with it. And as you can see, like here, I have just used the purple and, the old from a napkin. And it's the same. This just needs a varnish. But it will help. But you can see I like this one because it actually looked like, yes, it looked like a black leather. See? So that is what I wanted to show you. And what I have done again, the black two parts wood glue, 1 part black paint, a small amount yellow and green and a little blue and black to disturb the black so it get this little old look. That's the paint. And for varnish, I have taken 2 parts of ordinary matte shine Flügger wood varnish and 1 part black acrylic paint and mixed it in here. Yes, you can add red to it. I'm running out of red. And I just used my last black. I don't have so much black, so we are making this gray on the back. Here, we start up like this. So what we are doing is a different way. But I like the other one I made. But this is looking, authentic. You're running out of steam. And remember, the corners are very important, that you seal it in the sides too. What I'm doing is I'm taking the napkin and I take both layers of napkin and simply place it on top of the wet paint like this. Press it down like this. And then you feel the edges and you simply press it down and seal it with the paint. And you simply with the tip of the brush place amount of paint and simply press it down with the tip like this. Smooth first and simply seal it down. And it's important you sort of give it a light press so you seal it down on the paper and smooth it out like this. And you can feel the napkins are absorbing the paint and stick to the paper and simply sealed inside the paint. And press down or smooth out any air pockets. Yes, it's important to get the edges like this. Oh, a little outside, make sure. and press the air out through the side here. That's why I'm taking this long, and you can see I'm pressing. And voila. Hello, Brenda. Oh, I heard you have made my faux leather. I'm going to see your video. I am going to see your video. I'm so happy. Congratulations. I'm so proud when I have inspired you girls. Thank you, Tris. It's a very easy technique to do. It was done very much in the Second World War when you couldn't have real leather, as I told you about. We simply made this. So I am going to be, as you can see today, I'm showing you how to make the real look-alike. See what we are making? But it's made when you're making it as leather. I mean, you don't use you use wood glue and napkins and some varnish and black paint and lots of napkins. Not only one, but a bunch of the white stuff. I can show you, Brenda, after I have finished this, I am going to see you. Video, I am going to see. And I'll be so proud of you. I can assure you. So it sounds so wonderful. And I am going to give you a big thumbs up. And you can, Brandon, you can use it for so much. Journal covers, you can make little purses. Yeah, you can even, stitch into it. You can decorate with it, and you decide. You can customize it for a certain journal, and you can actually. There are so many things. I can even remember we made for shoes, like a fake leather shoe. And here we got it. One finished piece of fake black vintage leather look-alike. And here it is. Like this, as you can see, flexible piece of black faux leather, vintage look, like this. When it's like this soft, you can actually stamp this like you do with real leather. And sometimes I have seen you can gold leaf it too. I mean, make a pattern with gold leaf. You'll make some sooner or later. Sounds great, Sue. Yes. I have just made you pack it today. So, and you are also getting one of my old Viking napkins. I don't know if you saw that, Sue. Yes. Here, as you can see, I made one with purple. And this is light gray. Again, this flexible here, light gray skin like. Yes, you can actually stamp it like leather when it's soft. You can give it stamps like this. I said I have made you packet today, Sue. Yes, while it's soft, you just soften it up and warm it, and you can make a pattern into it. Wow, Tris. Yes, what I'm saying, Sue, is you have also got one of my old Viking napkins. I found them. So it's nice to be a Viking. So and you can also make it a little heavier, Tris, by what I have done here. Instead of 2 coats, I have given it doubled up. And then you can also, I mean, this has got 2 extra coat of clear varnish. Like this. This is, as you can see, you can cover it up on both sides. So what you have, as you can see, it acts like real black faux leather. Like this. And I mean, you have what I have done here, I have just chosen a gray one because I ran out of black. And as you can see, I have left here, you can actually see here the napkins I'm using two between here like this and one here on the back. And this is a very thin, smooth, flexible. So if you want it stronger, you just add two more napkins and black coat it, and then you varnish it. But I like it smooth like this, soft. So you decide if you want it more like this. You simply give it an extra coat. But when you have the first coat, two more, so you have four napkins. I have only used two here in front of back. Two means I have, you know, when you have taken the front page from, this is two sides because I simply use two sides like this, you know, the leftover from the top part. So there's at least two sheets here in one of these, and two front and two back. And if you want it stronger, you start with two like this, glue it on, black paint, two more, black glue paint. Yes. So you have actually two like this on front and two here because there's two, see, like this. Exactly, Tris. It's a great use for the back of the napkins. So that's why I started to use this. Yeah. So you can also, Tris, make it. Yes. Yes, you probably need the thicker one. And that means when you put the first two layer, I can show you. Are you tired, or do you want me to show you? I can show. Yeah, I have shown you the back. I don't mind show you. Yes, I'll show you. Tris, are you cool for? Let me show you a front page with doubled up. I'll do that. Oh, book page. We'll start off with the gray here. Can you see what I'm doing? A good idea is always to start with the edges like this, so you are sure you have like this. So you have sealed them here. And it doesn't matter what color you actually use in the middle layer, because you are cover the last two. So just use what you have. I mean, pink, purple, green. And as you can see, I have almost used, instead of used, this leftover here. As you can see, what I'm doing now is I'm taking extra again to layer on top here. And this time we switch to the black. Here, I think I got for a service. I need to fix the edges here. And press it down. I got a little far out here. And again, let the napkin absorb as much as possible. And then smear it down. And again, you can make it red, brown, or other. Colors. But I have always liked a black leather, like vintage. This old, like a steampunk. That's okay, Sue. Mother Nature calls. Then it's important. And make sure you get rid of the bubbles. That's okay. Thank you, Tris. Once in a while, to remember to dry it on the back on the paper. As you remember, what we are doing is pressing the moist through the paper. So let it flap a little bit. Now we are taking the last. Here, I think we got for the last bit of special varnish, black varnish. What I simply is doing is I'm using the last one because I have, see, no more. Yes, it would, Sue. Yes. And normally I don't dry it. I'll just leave it for drying by its own. It's for the show, but you can also, but you have to cure it. Like even when I'm drying it, so I hang it up to set down because of yes. So you can make more of them and let them air dry. You don't have to. Of course, it takes longer, but you can easily let it dry for itself. But you have to sort of just in the beginning to warm it up to sort of fixate, so they are what do you call it, melt together. So what I'm doing, I'm not totally dried out. I only make it surface dry so you can touch it. It has to hang and dry. So yes, melt and become one. Yes, that's what you're doing here by heating it up. So you melt it so it becomes one, and then you hang it up here. As you can see, I have it in my hangers. So what I'm doing is using yeah, you are heating up the varnish. But if you if you need to sort of make a pattern, stamp into it, you do it when it's soft. When you have you heat it up like this, make it warm, that soften it up a little bit, and then you can actually make the pattern into it. I can show you. For example, if I have a star like this, I have a star shape, I simply place it like this, down. And as you can see, you actually have the star, hopefully. Can you see the star print? There's a shape of a star. So that's what you can do. And you can still see the star. Can you see the star? Yes. So that's what you do. And then you flatten it like this, and you still have the star. Normally, I would do it when you have the back onto. Now we are, but you can see it. I have this wonderful star shape into it. So what you're doing is before you make this, you do the back side. And you do the same again here, because that, yes, it's actually a World War, doing the war technique. This because you couldn't have this leather, real leather. They simply made it like this. Out of toilet paper tissue. So we can use one layer of this. And it doesn't matter if there's a little black in, because we are covered up here. I think I'm lucky. It all my leftovers read for one more. And we're doing the same here. Double up like this. And making two more ready. Here. I need to see where the edges are here, because that make it even softer, to make, and stronger, thicker, and easier to stab into. And then we can say I have used this leftover instead of lose it. And again, it doesn't matter. I think it's the charm that it wrinkle a little bit. Do I need my... Hey, Asimon! Hey! Oh! And you know what? That was the last bit of pieces, empty. So not bad at all. Yep. All gone. Recycled, upcycled. No, Koha, it isn't flat. That's why, I mean, we do this technique, I mean, to get the, I mean, the structure of real folk leather. Like this. And I think if we are lucky, we have enough here. Nah, I think, you know what? I am going to see if I can get a little water in here. So what I'm doing is, that means I need some more glue. And remember, it's mixed with glue. Shaked it out with water and some good part of wood glue. Okay. I can shake the last off out with water later. Paint and wood glue and water, yes. And a little yellow to break the black. And some green. And you can of course make your own colors. By, for example, mix reds, so you get a Bordeaux red or any color you like. And you simply stir it. A little, 1 part water, 2 parts wood glue, 1 part of paint. Okay, this is a little more blue grayish than black. Let's see. What happens? But it's the back, so that's okay. So that means I need to buy some more black to get in. The wood glue makes the paint a little more elastic. So it's flexible, so it doesn't dry, hard. So it will still be flexible, and that's what we need. And especially with this type of folk leather, it's actually what we call folk leather recipe. What we are doing now. It is made of wood glue and paint and some varnish. Um, and you give it a good coating on the back here. And what I'm using is the wood glue that dry clear. So it clear when it dries. It doesn't dry white. And we are ready for drying it. It's also a good way to get all your little bit, leftovers of paint used. like watching paint dry. Very slowly. I need to check the power. Can you hang on a minute? I need the power supply. Now, Brenda, there's an old book page paper. I start with an old book page like this. Paint on. I didn't take this because they're not even. Then I coated it with first layer of this paint, doubled napkin. Yeah, you could I mean just a sheet of paper, a little heavy. So, and from a, yeah, and then I have placed two napkins. I mean, two, it is that are, the leftover from when you have taken the print, you have these two sheets and you put it on, and then you simply paint it up with a mixture of first, like this, first layer, new napkin, and then you make a paint out of 2 parts wood glue, 1 part water, 1 part of paint. And normally I would take, I don't have more black varnish, but then I would take 2 parts of ordinary wood varnish and 1 part of black acrylic paint. Yes. So it's like, if you get one of these heavy duty commercial junk mail paper, you sometimes get that. You can use that. As you can see, it's already now heavier. This is the black, this is the other side that didn't get so black. Artist, it's artist acrylic like this, together with the glue. It just say acrylic paint artist from Flying Tiger, the cheap stuff. And then I use this ordinary wood glue. It has to be a very strong glue, so that's why I don't compromise. So it's just a wood glue, fast drying, dry clear. And when you can feel, you simply press it down, massage it a little bit when you can touch it to make it a bond together. So that's why not so much water. I think only a half pot of water. I'm going to show you. Can you see the difference? Tris, when I hold it like this, you can see I had a slight difference in the color. I don't know if you can see it, but it's almost black, but it's like an old, see, you can scrap it and you have simply a piece of fake leather here. And the glue, it's the glue that does it's flexible like this and make a smooth surface. And I'll show you because I think I want another second star here. In the opposite, so I make a double star like this, press it down. As you can see now, I have a double star. Can you see it? Can you see the printed star? That I have made an extra star like this. I think you can see it. So okay, Sue. Now you could see it. So you had two. I'm trying if I can see it, but if you say you can see the star, so that I have just, so that's how you make this folk flag. And you can see once upon a time it was a piece of paper, and you can simply, I mean, and even sound like but of course you have to be careful, and it's not too wet when you do it. So a certain angle, angel angle. Yeah, okay, when you get a certain angle, yeah. What I'm doing is I'm giving it an extra coat on the back, and then I will not crumble it down until it's cured. But you have seen the flexibility of the leather you have made. So you have to let it dry. Yes, soon too. I am preparing for my wonderful happy mails I am going to make a wonderful journal for it. And write down, I got that wonderful from Judith and from Tracy. I don't know if we still have Judith. She just said hello, and Aussie Mom said hello. But I don't know if they are still here. And I'm so happy. Yes. I think it's almost 9 o'clock. And I can restrict if you want a really strong one. What you can do is, instead of using two at the time, you simply split them up, and you simply glue them in a, I mean, one one thin layer at a time. I can show you in another video if you want to see. Because I can't make it for you, Brenda. This is also a very old war kind of leather, but that's where you simply take a piece of fabric and only use napkin and napkins and napkins. Oh. I down so you can see what I'm making here. Second coat on the back because we don't have varnish, so it's a good idea to give it to. As you can see, now we have it, the fake black leather. And that's it. See the heavy piece and the light piece like this for cover. And you can also see the heaviness. It's act like a real piece of leather. Yes, wood. So that's how it goes. And as you can see, I have just been out and get some leaves from my tree. This is the leaves from my tree from outside. It sounds like leather too. Exactly, Sue. Thank you. So, and it acts like leather when you work with them. As you can see, they are from a tree down in the yard in front of my window. It has these leaves. So woof, woof. But that's it, girls. I hope you have been happy. I can see I have some here to be trimmed off. As you can see, it's the heavy one too, because it also have 8 layers of napkin. And you can actually make some, I have just made a gray backside here. And as you can see, as I have done with this one, for example, I have put my Viking on it here. So that means I am going to make a journal like this. So front and back, or you can fold it like this. But in this case, I have made, here it is. See, this is the back and the front here. So I have double Vikings for a journal like this. And as you can see, it is a great way to use your leftover napkin, and it really sounds like leather too here. You know what's left from your napkins. And you know, that was the layer that was, so it has a slight pattern, where the print has, print a little bit. This is actually from these little my Easter napkins here. As you can see, it's the back side. Yes, you know what? So am I, Sue. So am I. So I am going to say goodnight to all of you, because it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning here. And I have been very pleased to have you. And thank you for hanging out, you 6 faithful people. And I have shown you how to make real fake black leather you can just stamp on. So thank you all. Have a great night. And Brenda, I am going to see your video right after here. And it has been a joy, and it has been a pleasure also to know that you are trying my ideas. I love that. And you're welcome. Have a great night. See you hopefully again soon. So sweet dreams and stay crafting. And I love you all. Bye. You are welcome, Yvonne. Have a good evening. And it's, as you can see in the background, it is almost sunrise in Denmark. So bye and sweet dreams, and thank you for now. Hey.